Good evening, everybody. Just kind of testing everything out. I think we're in good shape here. Not sure how many people will tune in, but we'll see. It's midnight. I did a Facebook Live a few minutes ago, and there were about 200 people on there, but we'll see. It's late at night. Some of you will probably join this later. Hey, we got one viewer. Who is it? Concurrent. Well, let me send that out. What time is it? A little after midnight. Tracking these thunderstorms up here off to our north. They're really starting to fall apart. But having said that, they're kind of flaring back up in northwest Tennessee. I don't see a big issue with them. I don't think they can cause too many problems. Hey, thanks. Again, it's going to take me some time to get this all figured out and where it works smoothly, but I got this nice little double box going. So that's cool. Some of you will think back in the next 5 years and say, I remember when he first started this. So that's kind of how it's going to go. All right. I said something. There it is. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about these storms up here. These are up here, the new severe thunderstorm warning. How about that? So this is off here northwest of Jackson, Tennessee. These are mainly hailstorms. And what's happening is there's a big outflow boundary coming down. So up here, there's this gust of wind behind these storms here. It's probably pushing 40 mile an hour. And as this comes through along this boundary, it's triggering these new storms, and they go up pretty quick initially. Hey, thanks. Yeah, a work in progress. So as they go up, they're going to probably for 30, maybe 40 minutes, they'll be fairly intense. But then they just fade away because this whole thing's outflow dominated. There's not enough wind shear to support this prolonged area of thunderstorms coming in. But they are going to continue to produce heavy rain. So I call this leapfrog. So the storms come through, you see a development, and then they pretty much collapse and they fall apart. So this happens usually in the summertime, and what we're watching is pretty much a June weather pattern behind us. So overall, nothing terrible is going to happen tonight. You may wake up, though, in the middle of the night with some heavy rain. I'd say about 4 or 5 in the morning. Hello. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get this video over here. It does not like this. So again, I'm kind of experimenting with this software. I need to do this one here first. All right, so I'm going to switch over to just this computer here. And what we're going to look at, this is model data. And it's already midnight. I'm just going to relax in my chair too. It's already midnight. So this is off by about an hour. So about an hour from now, we'll see this. And again, add an hour to the clock every time you see that. And these little thunderstorms are going to pop up just about everywhere. Locally heavy rain, strong gusty winds, and then they're going to cluster. You kind of see that from Russellville to Red Bay. That's where these boundaries kind of collide. So you'll get a pretty intense round of rain and thunder around 4:30 in the morning. Again, Eric Burke's going to be in at the station. He'll be tracking those. And then you kind of see another little cluster over there in southern Madison County. But I don't anticipate any severe weather. I mean, I can't rule out a Weather Service issuing a severe thunderstorm warning, kind of like what we see up there right now, northwest of Jackson in Tennessee. But it really doesn't look that bad. Maybe some, I would say, nickel-size hail at the most. So here's tomorrow. The wind's going to shift to the north, and then we get sunshine, and it's going to be a warm one. It's going to be hot. Temperatures mid to upper 80s tomorrow. Just a few isolated storms like you see over there. That would be around Somerville. But it's model guidance. This just gives you an idea of the setup of the atmosphere. So overall temperatures in the 80s tomorrow. So a really muggy afternoon. And that'll kind of take us into the night as well. So let me go ahead and talk about the rest of the viewing area here. Again, I'm kind of experimenting with just showing movies, and this is model data here because I'm looking for products that, and I'm probably gonna have to work with somebody and find someone who can actually develop a good product to use on YouTube, because I just don't see one. I mean, the radar products are great, but as far as models and graphics, they're just not. So again, add an hour to the time. That's roughly 1 o'clock in the morning as I hit play. It's a warm night out there. You're probably going to be able to start seeing some of that lightning a little bit, I'd say after 2 o'clock in the morning or so. I'm not going to be up that late, but you can see these thunderstorms kind of cluster. Fayetteville over to Winchester, north of Athens. And I can actually do this picture and picture here. So yeah, so I can, almost forgot about that. Let me see if it's in the, nah, that's too big. So let me pick another one. That's better. So again, I got this, I'll show that to you. I already showed it to the YouTubers earlier. But anyway, here's the thunderstorm chances over northeast Alabama, Huntsville down to Hartselle, Guntersville. This is going to, again, add an hour. This is probably 4 o'clock in the morning. Might wake the dogs up, things like that. And this continues on. And it's fairly scattered here, too. So we've got Arab over to Coleman, the Simcoe area, Joppa, locally heavy rain, maybe a wind gust of 35 miles an hour. And then continue to sink to the south. And as we go into tomorrow, by 7 a.m., I think we're in pretty good shape. The sun's coming back out, and it's just going to get hot overall. I forgot I had my picture on, but anyway. Elijah Craig, it's after midnight. So as we continue on, the sun comes back out. By midnight, noon tomorrow, we're talking about 80s and more of a west wind. That's one thing that's happening. There's a boundary coming in, and you see it kind of triggers those showers and thunderstorms from Gadsden over just to the south of Coleman. So overall, not looking too bad. North wind is going to pretty much put an end to the thunderstorm development as we go past about 4 o'clock tomorrow. So overall, looking pretty good there. So pretty good day coming tomorrow. Tuesday afternoon looks pretty good. And here's just kind of a look up to the north. This is some other software I'm kind of messing with. I've got it on a, it is, you can see the slight risk here in yellow. I'm on a free trial on it, but so far it's not, they've got a, it shows me the 60 mile an hour with 1 inch hail with that storm up there northwest of Jackson. You get another view of it. I like radar scope much, much better. But that's the severe thunderstorm warning over there. I'm going to switch my mouse here. Let's see. All right. So let's see how many people are on here. I haven't been able to check messages here. There's 10. 10 of you. I love it. This is great. All right. I'm going to sign off. But again, I'm just experimenting with this. Practice makes perfect. So we'll just see what happens down the road. We're approaching about 9 minutes. I know you may have had to watch some commercials. I'm not sure the way it works. I don't see any more chats here. You guys are quiet. All right. You guys take care. Thanks for tuning in.